Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and I post 4 videos a week on a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday at 7 AM. So if you love a variety channel like this one and you want to see more videos, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you how I think I no longer have polycystic ovary syndrome. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how I think I no longer have polycystic ovary syndrome. So for those of you that don't know, in recent months, well since about February I think, I've been seeing a nutritionist and I've been on a bit of a journey with her. It all started because I can't poo. It sounds a bit gross, but I've never been a very good pooer. I've always had difficulty going to the toilet, and in recent years I've had more difficulty getting out a complete poo. I can go and I will do quite a large substantial poo, but I feel like there's still a bit up there. It's a pretty gross subject. So yes, I went to see her about that, but I also discussed the fact that I was diagnosed when I was 21 I think, or 22, with polycystic ovary syndrome, and I spoke to her about that, and she suggested that I do a blood test. So many years ago, my periods, I went on the pill because my periods weren't regular, and then I came off the pill for a few years. I think I went back on a little bit later on, but I came off for a few years and my periods stopped completely. And I went to my dad and I spoke to my dad about this. Don't ask me why I spoke to my dad, but I did. And then I went off to America, and one day I phoned home and my dad said to me, he was listening to a radio program about a lady who was discussing polycystic ovary syndrome, and he said to me, when you get home I think it's probably a good idea for you to get tested. So I went and I got tested, and it came up with the fact that I did have polycystic ovary syndrome at that time. Basically what they did was they scanned me, and because I had symptoms of polycystic ovary syndrome, they just assumed that I did. And then I went to see this nutritionist, and she said to me while we were having a discussion about my polycystic ovaries, or not polycystic ovaries anymore, really pleased about that, but anyway, yeah, she said to me that did I have a blood test when I was tested, and I said no, and she said it is important that you do have a blood test. So she suggested, because I don't really have the symptoms, or I didn't have the symptoms anymore, she suggested to me that I go and have a blood test to make sure that whether I do or I don't, to try and fathom out whether I do or I don't. In the meantime, I also phoned the doctor, which wasn't a very good conversation for me. It was all right for him, I think. He just told me blah blah blah, but it wasn't for me, to be honest. I walked away thinking, hang on a minute, mate. I phoned him up and I said to him, when I had my scan done, did I have a blood test? And he said no, and that's when I found out they go on 2 of 3 markers. So if they can't figure out whether you have it or not, eventually they will give you a blood test. This is the NHS, so it's a free service, but it is funded through our taxes, so everybody pays into the pot, and then when something goes wrong with your body, you get to go to the doctor for nothing, basically. But it's not for nothing, because you pay tax to be able to go to the doctor. So yeah, anyway, I said to the doctor, should they have not given me a blood test? And he said no, they go on 2 of 3 markers, and because 2 of my markers were quite severe, like I had quite bad acne, I had a bit of facial hair, I was quite overweight at that time as well. That was what it was, and he said that's what it is, like that's how, you know. And that bit just makes me so angry, because they don't realise that you can actually, I do believe now that you can actually change your body. I've done it, so anyway, I had this blood test done. And the results came back. I had it done with Medichecks. Now, when I spoke to the nutritionist yesterday, she said to me, they've actually done it wrong, but it's all right. I've figured it out. and I don't think you have polycystic ovaries syndrome at all. You do have cysts on your ovaries, and that is quite normal. Women throughout their lifetime will, at some point, some women will get more than others, will get cysts on their ovaries. It's just due to stress and lifestyle and food and all sorts of different things. So I do have a few cysts on my ovaries, but I don't have polycystic ovary syndrome. That is something completely different. And I'm also having regular periods now as well. So she said to me that if you have a period between day 21 and day 35, that means you're actually quite fertile. My periods at the moment are anywhere between day 29 and day 35. So I'm in the range of being fertile. Not that I'm planning to have another baby or anything, but she said I've also got quite a lot of ovaries as well, which is a good sign that I'm really healthy. I don't have any cholesterol problems either, so they tested my blood for cholesterol levels. I'm not diabetic, which I'm not surprised at because I haven't had sugar for about 4 months now, so I'm really not surprised that I'm not diabetic. So yeah, I'm not diabetic, I haven't got diabetes. So yes, everything in my blood is showing that I'm doing really well. The only thing that I did have was low testosterone. So low testosterone is not great, but it's not a bad thing, if you know what I mean. So basically, low testosterone will affect your mood. It will affect fatigue as well. It can affect fertility, which has obviously happened to me. I do think I have had some miscarriages, so I think that may be part of it. What else has it affected? It affects weight gain and not being able to lose weight and not being able to gain muscle as well. And I do work out quite a lot and I don't seem to be able to gain any muscle, so that makes complete sense to me. So yes, so I'm really pleased to find out and finally say that I actually don't have polycystic ovary syndrome. It makes me so happy, I have to say. I feel like doing a little dance and being like, woohoo! And I said to the nutritionist yesterday, do you think it's because of the diet that I've been on that I've probably got, if I did have polycystic ovaries, which she said you may have had it, but because we don't have a blood test to go against, we can't compare the two. We've only got a scan and they're not very efficient, the scans. So yeah, you could have had it and you could have just got rid of it. And I said, do you think it's because of diet that I've done this? And she said, yes, it's because you've cut out processed foods and sugars and you're on quite a healthy diet, that it would make a difference to your hormonal system. So for any doubters out there who think, oh, I can't be bothered, I've got polycystic ovaries, that's it, I'm not doing anything about it, I would just like to say that diet does help you. And I know you probably don't want to give up your processed and packaged foods because it's convenient, but it's not really that healthy, I have to be honest. They're making money out of you. That's why they will tell you everything you eat is healthy. So yes, anyway, but anyway, I'm really pleased with my results. I'm really happy. And yeah, I'm going to continue on this journey. I'm still having issues with my stomach at the moment. I'm still finding it hard to do a complete poo, but they are getting better, and I haven't woken up, touch wood, with any stomach aches in the morning either, so that's good. So I've got some more pills to take from her, and then I'm going to stop for 2 weeks and see how I am, and then I'm going to start on a probiotic course. So hopefully that should help me as well, and fingers crossed we get this sorted soon. And then I'm also going to, she did say that I didn't have to if I didn't want to, but I could deal with the low testosterone as well. So I think I'm going to deal with the low testosterone as well. So yes, I'm very pleased with my results. So that's how I think I've got rid of my polycystic ovary syndrome, and that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.